I deleted 12 apps from my phone and discovered something I never expected. I was giving away 18 hours of my life every single week. At first, I felt silly doing the math. I mean, who actually calculates their app usage? But after seeing the numbers, I was so glad I did this. Because here's the thing that nobody talks about. It wasn't just the time I got back. It was what happened to my mind, my relationships, and my sense of who I actually am when I'm not constantly distracted. And one app in particular, it was costing me something far more valuable than time. The first two apps I deleted seemed harmless. Some would even say they were helpful. The numbers tell a different story. Americans spend about 10 hours per year just in shopping apps, not counting purchases, returns, or the mental energy spent deciding. But for me, it felt like so much more. And if you're still watching, you might know this feeling too. I was spending about 25 minutes a day mindlessly scrolling, looking for something these apps could never actually give me: peace, or maybe just enoughness. My phone had become an environment where emotional shopping was always just one tap away. Deleting these apps wasn't about restricting myself. It was about creating space. Now I keep a 24-hour list. If I still want something the next day, I can choose to get it. But 90% of the time, the feeling passes. Time reclaimed, 1.5 hours per week. The next three apps I deleted were difficult because I thought they were helping me relax. But when I calculated the real time, I realized these relaxation apps were stealing something precious from me and my family. The average Netflix subscriber spends 3.2 hours daily streaming. When I calculated my usage across all platforms, I was clocking nearly 5 hours per week. My one thing in the evening was supposed to be connection with my family, with myself, with my bed, so that I could actually feel recharged in the morning. Instead, I was using television to skip the harder parts of my day. I wasn't choosing shows I wanted to watch. I was choosing not to feel. When I deleted these apps from my phone, something beautiful happened. I had to be intentional about entertainment. Now, when I watch something, it's a conscious choice, and often I choose something else entirely. Time reclaimed, 5+ hours per week. I had gotten rid of Instagram the year before and Facebook earlier this year, but I kept Messenger on my phone. But over time, I noticed something. We weren't having real conversation. We were sharing links, memes, reels, content. Connection had become consumption. Messenger was giving me the illusion of it while keeping me at arm's length from genuine friendship. The statistics say we check our phones 144 times a day. How many of those were me checking for messages that weren't really connecting me to anyone? When I deleted Messenger, something counterintuitive happened. My relationships got deeper. Because now, if I miss someone, I have to be intentional. I text, I call, I send a voice note. It's slower, it's more vulnerable, and it's so much more fulfilling. Time reclaimed, 2 hours per week. I had a really hard time deleting these next apps because they were tied to my purpose. The main purpose of keeping these apps on my phone was to maximize my productivity. But I was checking stats obsessively, refreshing notifications constantly, making just one more tweak to content that was already good enough. I wasn't creating from love anymore. I was creating from fear. Cal Newport talks about slow productivity, the idea that meaningful work requires sustained focus over time, not constant connectivity or reactivity. But I had turned my phone into a productivity anxiety machine. Gary Keller's wisdom kept echoing. What is the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? My one thing has always been creating content that genuinely helps people. But these apps were making it harder, not easier. Now I create on my terms, not when a notification demands it. I check analytics once daily at a set time. My purpose doesn't need to live in my pocket. It needs space to breathe. Time reclaimed 9+ hours per week. Okay, let's sum up the math. Here's what I got back when I deleted these 12 apps. 18+ hours per week. That's 936 extra hours per year, or 39 full days. But more than time, I got back something precious: agency. The sense that I choose how to spend my moments, instead of having them chosen for me by algorithms designed to capture and monetize my attention. You don't need to delete 12 apps. You just need to start with one app that you know in your heart isn't serving the person you want to become. This isn't about shame or judgment. It's about choice. It's about reclaiming our most precious resource, our attention. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about presence. And you deserve to be present for your own beautiful life. See you next time.